Welcome back to the Davy Brown 990 restoration. For those of you new, my name's Barry. Today, as you can see, that's one of those rare days, back end of February 25, where it's actually warm and sunny, quite a bit breezy, so you might be getting a bit of wind noise, but it's better than it has been, isn't it? Yesterday, absolutely freezing cold. Couple of days earlier, hailstones, snow, rain, everything. Didn't want to push it outside. You could see how warm it is today out here because the tractor's actually started condensing. Let's have a quick look. You can see here, look, I'm gonna get, see on the frames here, it started condensing. Look at the water lying there. So I'm going to leave it out. We are forecast rain this afternoon, but I'm going to leave it out, try and get it dried off, get it all sorted out. So as promised, let us see here if our heater plug is working effectively enough to be able to start. It's not cold today, but we shall still see whether it'll fire the tractor up easier. Lighten the load on the starter motor, lighten the load on the battery, make everything better for itself. So we've got the battery on. It's been on my solar charger for since we put the reservoir on. I made up a little lead to jump from the batteries to this battery so that the solar power would be charging that battery. So that's charged up. It hasn't started since, I think the last time it ran on one of the videos, which was last year, wasn't it? Back end of last year. At some point I'll go back through my videos and try and find out, but it was probably the same time we did the hydraulics, the lift. So let's start by just giving it a couple of strokes on the lift pump. I can hear diesel returning to the tank there now. We still haven't got an exhaust for it, and we still haven't got an air intake, but I have got oil in the filter, but I haven't got a primary cleaner for it. So now we're going to turn the key on, we're going to give it 20 seconds of heat, and then we're going to turn it over. Fingers crossed. As I say, this hasn't been started since those hydraulics probably. Right, here we'll go. Ignition on. Everything's working beautifully. We've got 3 lights on there already. 20 seconds worth of heat starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have I in fact got the pump to run? No, I haven't. Right, so I'll put the pump to run, give it a little bit of throttle. My battery's not the best. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant, eh? Hydraulics, see if the hydraulics is still functioning. Brilliant. hour or so. Here with it running, we'll do a quick check on the alternator, see if the alternator's working properly. Can you see that gauge? .39 volts, charging beautifully. Oh, the move of that, the way it started, absolutely beautiful. Charging, fantastic. Battery's not the best, but that battery actually came off a Volvo XC90, which if you go back to the first videos 3 years ago, the XC90 was sitting beside the tractor in pieces because the cam belt had snapped and blew the engine up. So that battery was sitting about for 3 years and hasn't done an awful lot except power me lights in here. Gonna wander around. You're looking a bit of grey, or it comes just all the brown. See there, condensation. It is extremely humid today, extremely humid. I'm going to pop the lock on, put the condensation on there. Right, pop the lock on, and lift the arms to the latch in, so they stop up. There we go. So then I've took the pressure off the valve now. We need the gearbox to get a good splash with oil, the PTO to get a good splash with oil. And we're looking for oil leaks as well, aren't we? It would be nice to see the thermostat open. The last time I ran this, the engine was hot but the radiator was still cold. And I don't know whether the thermostat opened. I have tested it in a pan, probably not doing it any favours at all. You never realise how big the dents are till it's in the sunshine. Look at that. I might actually get a suction cup and try and pop that back out with a suction cup. I never realised that was as bad. Just standing here, you can see the dip in it. Let's see it. I might get a suction cup. Right. beautiful. Beautiful, tell your mother, as Lance would say. You can see how humid it is today. That floor has just condensed there because of the cold concrete hitting the warm air. Obviously the warm air hasn't gotten up to the back up there yet. Right. Happy with that. It started beautifully, even though it had been stood for a very long time. Over the moon with its performance. It runs beautifully. Oil pressure straight up, alternator straight up. Let's have a look in here. Halfway between the high and low, nip and clean, not a sign of water or anything, but there again, shouldn't be because it's been stored indoors, isn't it? So we're going to leave it outside. I'm going to put the pipe in because I've got the pipe. I'll use the same pipe as I used up here. I'll put a pipe in from here down there. We'll get that put on today while we're messing about. Might as well when we've got it outside. But the big announcement about the tractor, it might be coming up for sale. There's things that I want to do in here. I want to buy a lathe and I want to buy a milling machine. And I want to start and do little bits and pieces that I can't do now with this. And the reason being twofold. I need the money tied up in this to buy the lathe and the milling machine and the tooling. Because funny enough, it's the tooling that costs the money, not the machines. You can get lathes and milling machines readily at reasonable money for good ones. But it's all the tooling that you have to buy to make them effective. And space. I haven't got the space to put lathes and milling machines in here whilst I've still got this. I could run it outside and cover it with a tarp, but as you can see, there's bits, little bits, where it's starting to suffer because it's kept indoors and I really need to get it finished off and painted and all the rest of it. However, I am seriously thinking of moving it on and letting someone else have the fun and the pleasure of getting it finished. I mean, at the end of the day, the tractor is 98% done. There's tin work needs to be sorted out on it, and there's new wheels and tyres, or new rims and tyres needs to be bought for it. Those rims are shot, they're rusted through in places. If you look at the state of the rims around here, right, they've had a good hiding in their lives, and these, I thought this was running over stones and it's not. This is tyre levers. If I have a look at this other one, a bit dark in here, you might not be able to see, but again, here, actually here, there is a, can you see that? There's a massive flat spot on the rim here, for whatever reason, but it's holding air now. As far as the mechanic's concerned, every single nut and bolt's been out of this, and it's been cleaned, washed, checked, changed if it needed, repaired, put back in. And you've seen this one, how nicely it starts. So, if anyone is interested in making us an offer for it, drop us an email, manfromthemist@gmail.com. Drop us an email. If you've got any questions, most of those questions will be answered in the video series. If not, give us a shout. If you're not sure, give us a shout. I'll point you to the video that hopefully answers your questions. Now, the only thing that's not on video is the whole rebuild of the block itself. However, there are pictures of it stripped down completely, and I have got the invoices for the bearings. I haven't got invoices for the regrind, the rebore and the skim on the head, because the engineering company that did that, I simply paid them cash. It was easier to pay them cash. it's a really good starting position for someone who likes tin work as opposed to mechanics, and I know people do. I know one guy close to me who doesn't like, he's a mechanic by trade, he works every day on vehicles, but he would rather do tin work because he's got a 990 and he says he enjoys the tin work more than he enjoys the mechanicing on it. So that's it for this video. Well, happy with the way it performs, happy with the way it starts, and we will continue to monitor underneath for oil leaks, even though I don't think there is any. I think we've got them all now. As always, your time is greatly appreciated when you come visiting us, tinkering on here in the garage. As I say, I'm going to put this pipe on today. That'll be it for today. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, but I'll let you get this dry and get it back in before it does. Right guys, remember, don't overthink it. It's only nuts and bolts. And we'll catch you in the next video. Oh, and by the way, we will keep the video series going as we do jobs on it up until the point that it possibly gets sold. Right guys, thanks very much for visiting. Catch us in the next one. Ta-ra now.